What does it really take to journey from the shores of Jamaica to the top of Canada's rich list? It's a path that demands more than just ambition. It requires a special mix of resilience, vision, and a powerful connection to one's roots. The families on our list didn't just build fortunes, they built empires that cross continents and industries. They are titans of finance, media moguls, and giants of industry. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the Canadian economy, yet their hearts often remain tied to the vibrant island that shaped them. In this video, we're embarking on an in-depth exploration, counting down the wealthiest and most influential Jamaican-Canadian dynasties and uncovering the detailed stories behind their monumental success. From truly humble beginnings, they navigated the complexities of a new country, shattered glass ceilings that seemed unbreakable, and fundamentally redefined what it means to be a powerful force in the modern world. We will journey through the lives of well-known figures like Michael Lee Chin, whose name is synonymous with staggering transformative wealth, and uncover the equally compelling stories of other dynasties who have quietly and strategically built their fortunes over decades. These aren't just tales of money. They are powerful, sprawling sagas of migration, determination, community building, and the creation of lasting legacies. We'll look at the specific choices, the critical turning points, and the unwavering philosophies that propelled these families from island dreamers to Canadian power brokers. Kicking off our list is a family whose name is behind a quintessential Canadian treat, but whose roots are firmly planted in Kingston, Jamaica. The Josephs family, the masterminds behind Kisco products, turned a simple idea for frozen treats into a multi-million-dollar empire. Their story is a classic tale of immigrant ingenuity, relentless hard work, and the incredible power of a united family vision. The journey began not in a boardroom, but in the family kitchen of Leslie and Glenore Josephs in Kingston. The warm Jamaican climate was the perfect inspiration for frozen snacks, and in 1968, they introduced the classic snow cone to the island for the first time. But they envisioned something more portable, a treat that could be enjoyed anywhere. This led them to develop a tube-filled snack they called a freezy, hand-sealing each plastic tube in their kitchen with a machine that remains a treasured family artifact to this day. Their entrepreneurial spirit led them to seek new horizons, and on Christmas Eve in 1975, the Josephs family migrated to Canada, bringing their recipes and their ambition with them. By 1977, they had officially started Kisco Products in Agincourt, Ontario. The early days were a true family affair, with their sons Mark, Randy, and Peter all pitching in. Peter recalls joining his father at the factory from the young age of 6. This foundational work ethic propelled the company's growth, leading to a move to a larger facility in Markham in 1984. A pivotal moment came in October 2005 when Kisco acquired its biggest competitor, the iconic national brand Mr. Freeze. This single acquisition solidified their spot as the undisputed leaders in the Canadian freeze pop market. The company didn't just rest on its laurels, it expanded by securing licensing rights for major brands like Welch's, Mott's, and Crush, turning familiar drinks into new frozen favorites. Mark Josephs, now the president of Kisco Products, represents the second generation of leadership that has pushed the company to new heights. He didn't just inherit the top job, he earned it. After starting his career and gaining invaluable corporate experience at the global giant Nestlé, he joined the family business full-time in 1988. His leadership has been key to modernizing the company, overseeing its move to a state-of-the-art 115,000 square foot facility in Woodbridge, Ontario, and maintaining its market dominance. The Josephs' influence isn't just in the boardroom. Their business was built on strong Christian values with a core principle of giving back. This philosophy is woven into their corporate culture. Since 2005, Kisco has been a dedicated supporter of the Helping Hands Jamaica Foundation, contributing to building schools on the island and ensuring their Canadian success creates a positive ripple effect back in their homeland. Coming in at number 9 is a man who is not just a wealthy entrepreneur, but a cultural architect, a media pioneer, and a civil rights titan. Denham Jolly's story is one of relentless perseverance and unwavering principle. He didn't just build businesses, he fought for and created vital spaces for the black community's voice to be heard in Canada. His wealth, built through savvy investments and media ventures, is inextricably tied to his lifelong battle for social justice. Born in Green Island, Jamaica, Denham Jolly attended Cornwall College before moving to Canada in 1955 to study science at McGill University, where he graduated near the top of his class. After a brief return to Jamaica to work in nutrition research, he came back to Canada in 1962, first as an air pollution researcher and then as a high school science teacher in Toronto. But his entrepreneurial instincts quickly took over. He started by buying a rooming house near the University of Toronto campus, which was the first step in building a real estate portfolio that grew to include nursing homes in Ontario and Texas, most notably the 210-bed Tyndall nursing home in Mississauga, which he operated for over 40 years. This financial foundation gave him the freedom to chase a bigger passion, amplifying the voices of the black community. In 1982, a pivotal year, he purchased Contrast, a prominent black community newspaper in Toronto, becoming its publisher. That same year, he co-founded the Black Business and Professional Association, BBPA, and established the prestigious Harry Jerome Awards to celebrate black excellence, an initiative he is immensely proud of. But Jolly's most iconic and hard-fought victory was the creation of Flow 93.5. For 12 long and expensive years, he battled the Canadian Radio, Television and Telecommunications Commission, CRTC, making 3 separate, costly bids to get a license for Canada's first black-owned radio station. When Flow 93.5 finally hit the airwaves in 2001, it was a historic moment. The first song played was Bob Marley's Roots Rock Reggae, a powerful and symbolic celebration of a victory over a decade in the making. The station became a cultural force, providing a launchpad for countless black Canadian artists, and was famously the first commercial station to play the music of a young local artist named Drake. The sale of the station for a reported $27 million years later contributed significantly to his family's wealth. A recipient of the Order of Canada and the Order of Distinction from Jamaica, Denham Jolly's family represents a dynasty whose fortune was forged in activism and an unshakable commitment to creating a more equitable Canada. At number 8, we have a name connected to one of Jamaica's most iconic brands, Grace Kennedy. While not the founders, the family of Douglas O'Rain is synonymous with the company's incredible transformation from a Jamaican powerhouse into a global force with deep and strategic Canadian ties. O'Rain's visionary leadership as CEO and chairman cemented a legacy of immense value, international growth, and corporate governance. Douglas O'Rain, an industrial engineer and graduate of the University of Glasgow and Harvard Business School, joined Grace Kennedy in 1981 as a corporate planner. He steadily rose through the ranks, becoming Chief Operating Officer, before being appointed CEO in 1995 and adding the role of chairman in 1998. During his tenure, he spearheaded the company's evolution from a domestically focused business to a global food group with a major presence in financial services. His explicit vision was to transform Grace Kennedy from a Jamaican trading company into a global consumer group by the year 2020, a goal he relentlessly pursued by benchmarking against the best international companies. Today, Grace Kennedy exports to over 60 countries, and its Canadian division, Grace Foods Canada Inc., based in Richmond Hill, Ontario, is a massive part of its international success. This Canadian arm has made products like Grace's coconut milk, tropical juices, and jerk seasoning staples in households across the country, bridging the gap between Jamaica and its diaspora, Oraine's strategy of global expansion not only grew Grace Kennedy's bottom line, but also created a powerful commercial bridge that brought Jamaican culture to Canadian grocery aisles. He was lauded for his commitment to mentorship and succession planning, ensuring the company's stability and future leadership. After stepping down as CEO in 2011 to ensure a smooth transition, he remained in leadership roles until his retirement in 2018. Beyond his corporate achievements, Oraine served as an independent senator in the Jamaican Parliament and is a member of the Governor-General's Privy Council. The Oraine family's philanthropic efforts include donations to educational institutions and the Food for the Poor programs. Douglas Oraine's story shows how visionary corporate leadership, focused on global standards and strategic expansion, can create a dynasty of influence felt from the boardrooms of Kingston to the kitchens of Canada. Number 5 is a family whose name is literally built into one of Toronto's most important universities, a tribute to a legacy of financial genius and incredible transformational philanthropy. The late G. Raymond Chang was a titan of Bay Street whose impact is still deeply felt in both Canada and Jamaica. His family, led by his formidable wife, Donette Chin Loy Chang, continues to uphold his vision, managing a fortune that places them among the most influential Jamaican-Canadian dynasties. Born in Kingston, Jamaica in 1948, Raymond Chang was of Hakka Chinese descent and immigrated to Canada in the late 1960s to study. He became a chartered accountant and a key figure in the growth of CI Financial, helping to turn it into a wealth management giant. His success on Bay Street made him a very wealthy man, but it was what he did with that wealth that truly defined his legacy. A passionate believer in education as the ultimate equalizer, he became the beloved third Chancellor of Ryerson University, now Toronto Metropolitan University. His transformational financial gifts to the university led to the school's renowned continuing education division being named in his honour. The G. Raymond Chang School of Continuing Education, Canada's largest and most successful program of its kind. His philanthropy wasn't limited to Canada. Chang established fellowships for West Indian doctors to train in Canada and made huge contributions to the University of the West Indies. In recognition of his immense contributions to both nations, he received both the Order of Jamaica and the Order of Canada, a rare and prestigious dual honour. Today, his wife, Donette Chin Loy Chang, is a powerhouse philanthropist in her own right and followed in his footsteps as the current Chancellor of Toronto Metropolitan University. She and the family continue to champion his vision, supporting a wide range of causes in education, healthcare, and the arts. Their story is a powerful testament to the belief that wealth comes with a profound duty to create opportunities for others, building bridges of knowledge and health that span from Canada to the Caribbean. Our number 4 spot goes to the family behind one of the most recognized and beloved brands in the entire Caribbean, Sandals Resorts. The late founder, Gordon Butch Stewart, was a marketing genius and tourism visionary, and today his son, Adam Stewart, runs the multi-billion-dollar, all-inclusive resort empire. While the family is based in Jamaica, their dynasty's wealth is deeply and fundamentally connected to Canada. Butch Stewart's entrepreneurial flair was evident from age 12, when he started selling fresh-caught fish to local hotels in Jamaica. His first major business was Appliance Traders Limited, which he started by selling air conditioners door-to-door. In 1981, seeing opportunity where others saw decline during a tourism downturn, he purchased a rundown hotel on a spectacular beach in Montego Bay and transformed it into the first Sandals resort. He didn't just open a hotel. He pioneered and perfected the luxury all-inclusive concept, including creating the Caribbean's first ever swim-up bar. From the very beginning, Canada was a critical market. The strategic partnership with Canadian tour operators like Air Canada Vacations was a key engine of growth, helping to turn thousands of Canadians into loyal, repeat customers who saw Jamaica as a second home. This pipeline of Canadian vacationers poured hundreds of millions into the Stewart family's business over the decades. Now, as executive chairman, Adam Stewart continues to expand the empire, which includes the family-focused Beaches Resorts brand. The company remains a dominant force in Caribbean tourism, employing over 10,000 people and constantly innovating. The family's wealth is directly and undeniably tied to the massive Canadian tourism market they helped cultivate. They maintain a major corporate presence in Canada for sales and marketing, making their connection far more than just financial. It's a core pillar of their business model. The Stewarts are a true tourism dynasty, with a fortune built on Caribbean sun and an unwavering love affair with Canadian vacationers. Breaking into the top 3 is one of the most powerful people on Bay Street today. A man whose journey from a tin-roofed shack in rural Jamaica to the boardrooms of corporate Canada is nothing short of legendary. Wes Hall, known as The Fixer and a star investor on CBC's Dragon's Den, has built a colossal fortune as the go-to expert in high-stakes corporate battles. Wes Hall's early life in St. Thomas, Jamaica, was one of extreme poverty. Raised by his grandmother, he immigrated to Canada as a teenager, sponsored by a father he barely knew, and started his career in the mailroom of a Bay Street law firm. But he had a vision far beyond sorting letters. He famously wore a suit to work every day, determined to absorb the culture of the executives around him. This drive led him to become a law clerk and eventually to found his own company, Kingsdale Advisors, in 2002. Kingsdale Advisors revolutionized shareholder advisory services. Hall became the undisputed master of proxy fights, the person corporations called when facing a hostile takeover or needing to rally shareholder support. His firm was at the center of some of Canada's biggest deals, including ex-Strata's takeover of Falconbridge and Tim Horton's $12.5 billion merger with Burger King. His reputation as the fixer made him one of the most respected and feared people in Canadian business. While his exact net worth isn't public, it's widely estimated to be in the hundreds of millions. In recent years, Hall has used his immense influence to tackle systemic issues. In June 2020, moved by the murder of George Floyd, he launched the Black North Initiative, challenging Canadian companies to sign a pledge and take concrete action to end anti-black systemic racism in their organizations. The initiative has seen hundreds of top corporations sign on. Now, the Chancellor of the University of Toronto, Wes Hall's story is a powerful testament to self-made success and using one's power to create profound social change. Our runner-up is a dynasty that has built one of Jamaica's most diversified and visible business empires. The Issa family, led by the dynamic entrepreneur Joseph John Joey Issa, is the force behind the Cool Group of companies, a massive conglomerate that touches nearly every part of life in Jamaica. With a family net worth estimated to be around $300 million and significant business ties to Canada, the Issas are a powerhouse of Caribbean commerce. The Cool Group, which Joey Issa founded in 1995 with a single gas station, is now made up of over 50 companies across a huge range of sectors, from petroleum distribution, Cool Oasis, and financial services to telecommunications, Cool Card, and automotive lubricants, Cool Lubes. The Cool brand is one of the most recognized in Jamaica. This strategy of wide diversification, similar to Richard Branson's Virgin Group, has been the key to their success, creating a resilient and ever-expanding empire that is deeply woven into the Jamaican economy. A graduate of the prestigious London School of Economics and valedictorian at College of the Holy Cross in the US, Joey Issa brought a sharp global perspective to Jamaican business. Before starting Cool Group, he had a distinguished career in his family's Superclubs resort business, where he was named Young Hotelier of the Year World in 1994. His leadership is known for innovation and aggressive growth. The family's connection to Canada is multifaceted. As a major Caribbean business dynasty, they have extensive financial and personal links to the country. The Canadian banking and investment sectors play a crucial role in the Caribbean, and for a family with such large and diverse holdings, these connections are vital for international finance, wealth management, and strategic partnerships. The Issa family represents a modern Caribbean dynasty with a powerful base in Jamaica and a global outlook that firmly connects them to the Canadian financial landscape. And at the number one spot, the undisputed titan of the Jamaican-Canadian community, a man whose name is synonymous with unimaginable wealth and transformative philanthropy. The Lee Chin family, led by billionaire Michael Lee Chin, represents the absolute pinnacle of financial success. With a net worth that fluctuates but is consistently in the billions, his story is the ultimate immigrant dream realized on a spectacular scale. Born in Port Antonio, Jamaica in 1951, Michael Lee Chin's early life was modest. He immigrated to Canada in 1970 to study engineering at McMaster University on a Jamaican government scholarship. After struggling to find work in his field, he pivoted to finance, starting as a financial advisor. His big move came in 1987 when he used a 500,000 Canadian dollar loan to acquire a small investment firm called AIC Limited, which had just 800,000 Canadian dollars in assets under management. Applying a simple but powerful buy, hold and prosper philosophy, inspired by Warren Buffett, he grew AIC to manage over 15 billion Canadian dollars at its peak, before selling it to Manulife in 2009. A huge part of his current wealth is his controlling stake in National Commercial Bank, NCB Jamaica, the country's largest bank, which he boldly acquired in 2002 during a time of financial uncertainty on the island. But Michael Lee Chin's legacy is defined just as much by his staggering generosity. He is one of Canada's greatest philanthropists, living by the motto that his businesses must not only do well, but also do good. His name is emblazoned on buildings across the country thanks to a historic $30 million pledge to the Royal Ontario Museum, which created the Michael Lee Chin crystal. He has also made massive donations, including $10 million to the Rotman School of Management at the University of Toronto, and major gifts to his alma mater, McMaster University, and the Joseph Brant Hospital in his community of Burlington, Ontario. He holds both the Order of Canada and the Order of Jamaica. The Lee Chin family story is the definitive saga of a Jamaican-Canadian dynasty, a billion-dollar empire built on brilliant financial strategy and a profound, unwavering desire to give back to the country that gave him his start and the one that gave him his fortune. From the food industry to the highest levels of global finance, the stories of these 10 families paint a powerful and intricate picture of success. Their journeys from Jamaica to Canada are defined by a set of common themes that resonate through each saga. Unimaginable resilience, a clarity of vision that others often missed, and a deep, abiding connection to the communities that shaped them. They are more than just wealthy individuals. They are dynasty builders who have created legacies that will undoubtedly endure for generations to come. Their empires have not only generated billions of dollars in wealth, but have also created tens of thousands of jobs, funded hospitals and universities, and opened doors for countless others to follow in their footsteps. They prove that the immigrant drive, when combined with opportunity, is one of the most powerful economic and social forces on the planet. The fortunes they've built in Canada are a testament to their boundless ambition, but their continued investment, philanthropy, and commitment to Jamaica reveals where their hearts lie. They are a living bridge between two nations, a powerful symbol of what can be achieved when island spirit meets northern opportunity. The conversation doesn't end here. Which family's detailed story did you find most inspiring? Is there a family you believe should have been on this list? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. And if you want more deep dives into the stories of wealth and influence that shape our world, be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching.